All right, Loki, first and foremost, been wanting to make this happen for a minute because, on the East Coast, even when I go to the West Coast, Thunderguards is a name that it's a club that's been around forever and has so much history, but people see it and recognize it, but they don't know about TG, how infamous it is, how long it's been around. So could you tell me a little bit about the beginning roots of the Thunderguards MC?
Well, ultimately, it started off with 7 brothers. All black initially. It was all black guys, 1965 in Wilmington, Delaware.
Wow.
Ultimately, it was just basically a bunch of brothers that wanted to ride together. You know what I mean? Back in that time, it was more close-knit. Everybody was like knew somebody. It was more like family. So it was more of a club where it was generational. Like, you feel me? Like, to this day, we have members who fathers were members. Wow. And to me, I thought that was the dopest thing ever because, especially coming from like a minority ethnic group, you feel me? You really don't see too many groups stay together for so long. You feel what I'm saying? Or for somebody to be dedicated to something for so long. So to actually step in that room and then hear them just say like, yeah, this is my father. And it's like, damn, he's one of the original. And it's like, that's fire because you basically chop it up with history. So
what was like the racial dynamics in Delaware at that time? Was there a lot of, like, because you said like that was the 60s, right? So was there a lot of segregation going on?
Oh, it's America. So technically, that's everywhere. But Wilmington is it was minority area, mostly black, to my knowledge. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was mostly black people down there. But we always had relationships, from my knowledge, once again, with Hispanics. You feel me? And other minority groups. You feel me? To this day, we have actually a Puerto Rico chapter. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have Asian brothers, we have Latin brothers. So it's beautiful to see it grow from just a group of black men to a diverse group. You know what I mean?
It must be crazy to know that, like, if you want to, you can go to Puerto Rico. You got brothers over there.
That's one of the qualities I think is best about this club is where I socialize with a lot of other clubs. You feel me? 1% of clubs. And one thing I realized with my group and with my brothers is I can come from the East Coast all the way to California and I can meet brothers in each section of this country. And there ain't too many clubs that could do that. It might have some where you might go, oh, head, you got to skip a couple states. Then you're like, I found some more brothers, but to literally go straight through.
Yeah.
It's basically untouched.
And when I spent time on the West, I met with some of the TG brothers at a video shoot I was doing. And I thought about it. There's not that many clubs that I could say they're like heavy in New York, in LA too, on the West Coast. Like, that's a big deal to be on both sides.
Super duper big deal. Like I was saying earlier, the fact that you could travel from coast to coast, and then not to mention the relationships. You know what I mean? Like out here, it's a 16 relationship, but on the West, it's an 81 relationship. So it varies. And it's the fact that it's not even about what you're wearing. It's just basically the character of that cut, the characteristics of that color and colors and shit.
And what's the dynamic between y'all and 16? Because I know you're like brothered up. So how does that dynamic between the two clubs?
I would say we're very close with them. We're very close in certain areas. You know, mostly the North and East Coast is what I'm more familiar with because I know a lot of guys that's 16 over there.
Yeah.
And it's basically the history intertwines, at some point, when it comes to history about clubs, you know what I mean? And you have the folklores or basically just random stories of how things started or how things begin, but it's always, if you wasn't there, you would never actually know. It's like their story, and then what really happened. So,
because a lot of people will have this idea that like, if you're in a Black Diamond club, you completely are separated from the white set. But you guys are like involved with all levels of the game. So, you know what I mean? Like you having that relationship with 16 and being able to function with them, a lot of people would think, oh, they're racist or this side doesn't mess with them because of that. But you guys kind of like broke that barrier and are able to function in different sets, Well,
one of the guys that brought me in here and other leaderships that was around them that I looked up to, they basically taught us, and the concept I use today is one's party with ones. It's like, it's kind of hard for you to be in your entity and you have all these support clubs, all these family members under your club, and you're soaking up just that. It's impossible because it basically puts your mindset in a box. You feel me? So if you do come across an opposition that is not from your box, you're you don't know, you ain't got nothing really to do because it's like you have no knowledge of how to maneuver or how to operate with this person. You get what I'm trying to say? So my leadership basically gave me the concept where it was like, if he got a one on, as long as it initially comes with respect, rock out with it. You feel me? So no matter if you white, black, purple, whatever, if they come with respect, you give them respect. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's only because me personally, I don't want to seem like it's factual, but 16s was the only ones that actually open arms. You feel what I'm saying? And really actually walk with us and talk with us and chop it up. While other ones at the time wanted to have this facade where it's like they don't want to associate with us or you're better than us. You feel what I'm saying? It was like, in our reality, from how I was taught, that one is supposed to be universal. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not because, you're black, so this is your black one, and you're white, this is your white one, you're Hispanic, this is your Hispanic one. We all ones, it's just different colors. So it's kind of like, I feel like we open to everything. You feel me? We open to any and everything, but we won't be foolish with extending our hand. You know what I mean? But we won't slap your hand away if you extend yours. You feel what I'm saying? It's a mutual respect thing. If respect is there, because I feel like we rub shoulders with a lot of clubs. Yeah. Like we rub shoulders with a lot of people, and it's mostly because we come with respect. Yeah. You feel me? We not pussy. We ain't no tough guys. We just come with respect. And I feel like that is the balance is the respect. Some of these guys, they want to be tough guys, or some of these guys ain't tough enough. Yeah. We come right there in the middle of the stack.
And I could attest to that because I've been to areas where, like, you go to Amazura, it's 100 of y'all. Is this energy. But I've been to spots where it's 80 y'all, same energy. That is like unheard of, bro. Like when you keep the same energy, whether you outnumber or it's just a couple of y'all, that means so much.
That's mainly off of leadership. You know what I mean? Long as the leadership breed the next level or the next generation of leadership, it will continue. You feel me? One thing I could say about the Thunderguard Nation is we're very strong on knowledge. We're very strong on you need to learn this, and not just TG knowledge, but biker knowledge. One thing, one of our older members, rest in peace, Blackjack, Smart Outlaw. You know, and when I heard that, I just thought that was the dopest thing ever because it's like everybody has this mentality where I'm an outlaw, so I have to do dumb stuff or ignorant stuff. But in our reality, a 1%er to me personally, and a couple guys around me. A lot of guys around me feel like it's just being a man. Yeah. Feel me? It ain't about, I'm doing this gangster shit. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm tough all the time. Most of the killers I know is funny guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Quiet guys, humble guys. All the ones that usually do all the talking is usually the ones that ain't really done nothing or never will do nothing. You know what I mean? So my nation is so humbling. Like some people see me and be like, yo, like I thought you was gonna be stuck up. Or you was gonna have this energy like you just better than somebody, and like you be sitting in the corner drinking your beer, smoking your blunt, minding your business. Because it's like my leaders show me is this shit come with it. Yeah, you feel me? But if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, it don't even matter because you gonna miss all that. If you not riding your bike, you feel me? All the respect usually these young guys earn for, they not gonna get because you not out here. Like,
let's be clear in this interview. It is December right now. It's 30-something, and you came on twos.
Oh, most definitely. I'm a firm believer of practice what you preach. So I could not come here, do an interview, and be in my colors like I just came off my bike and knowing damn well I had a nice warm ride over here. I mean, it still was warm. I got my heater gear on. Cheated a little bit, but in the same boat is when I put out that video, Outlaw, I already had to come to terms like this is what you signing up for. Yeah. Besides the fact of me putting these colors on and saying this is what I signed up for, I knew when I put that video out, my face out there, feel me, and not everybody, but most of the people that view me as a standard. Yeah. You feel me? So I can't be here like pull my vest out my car and put it on. Yeah. That stuff corny to me. Like you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And it really wasn't that much. It was like, an hour and some change ride. So it really wasn't that bad. It ain't like I was going to Virginia or some shit like that.
But where did you grow up? Let's rewind a little and let's get into your journey. Where did you grow up? What got you into this outlaw lifestyle? Like take me through the steps, the young low key.
Sheesh. Well, before that, before Thunderguard, I went in low key. I was just Shon. Before that, it was Tyshawn. I'm from like Newark, New Jersey, the South Ward Park. If you type it up, you know. Yeah. That's it, you know, you got a couple homies from around the way, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a rough part And growing up, I had both sides. Like, my grandfather sold weight, but my grandmother was a nurse for like 10, 50 years, 20 years. I think the longest she was there before she retired was like 40 years she was a nurse. You feel me? So I had both sides. I had like, the right way, and then I had the street way. You feel me? So I witnessed both of them. Growing up, my door's been kicked in so many times by police to the point where my grandfather said, forget getting locks, because they kept kicking them down. Put a metal door on the side door, and then we had to get like a 2x4 to wedge it between the stairs and the door. Wow. So if you wasn't home by the time that wood was on the door, forget about it. You sleeping outside. Wow. I wised up and opened up one of the windows, so if I came late, I just snuck through the back and climbed through the window.
Yeah.
Smart outlaw.
Yeah, definitely. So you grew up in North New Jersey, which is one of the roughest hoods in the world. Definitely.
It's been top 10 for like the past 10, 15 years. Probably longer than that. I ain't really counting. But every time I checked in school, because high school was terrible, bro. Like, every year I was either losing friends or somebody I at least knew. You feel me? I know guys that never had their first kid, never graduated high school, probably never even got no. You feel me? Because we was grown ass men. Like, we was children, we were minors, but we was grown men at the time. Like, we was feeding ourselves, clothing ourselves, and basically keeping money in our own pocket. And the big homies at the time that was out on the street was obliged by letting us, because we gonna get this slap on the wrist. Yeah. Mom come pick us up from juvie, and we right back at it again.
So in the Bronx where I grew up, we all, like around 14, 15, we all started going to DFY, Division for Youth. Mm-hmm. So we going to Spofford, we getting locked up, we doing bids. I did 18 months. I did from 15 to 17. Did y'all have that period where everybody started going in, like for the juvie time?
Oh, shit, man. That happened before junior high.
Yeah.
That was elementary, because I know kids before they even hit high school. Like, that summer before high school, it murdered right on the block. Like, you didn't even touch high school. Like, every year in high school, I lost about like 5 to 10 people.
Wow.
Like, literally, like, and they were minors. At the time, we thinking we grown men, so we not really looking at it. It was like, shit, another one bit the dust, gonna ride, the cycle continues. But as you get older, it's like, yo, these niggas was murdering kids.
Yeah.
And these is kids murdering kids. So you don't, at the time, like I said, when you in the street, you a grown man.
Yeah.
Because if you got any consequences that come from that street, it's grown man consequences. They ain't gonna, you a child. Like, I know motherfuckers did a bid and was a teenager, and they got trials as an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ain't come back home until the niggas was grown. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Gray hair and all that, totally different person. So that, I agree with you 100%. That was definitely the era. That was a solid 10 years of that.
Yeah.
Just prison, death, jail, death, juvie, death. Like, damn, come to think about it, like, that shit's definitely spooky. When you sit here, like, let it pass, and that's the reason why most of us out here traumatized in the first place, bro. That's definitely why a lot of us traumatized out here.
What made you get your first bike, and what was your first bike?
Well, first thing first, I never owned a sports bike.
Me neither.
Never owned. I've been on a Harley my whole life. I had one bike that wasn't a Harley, but it was still low-key American made, and it was Victory. Yeah. Feel what I'm saying? That's because I couldn't afford the Harley at the time.
Yeah, that's the same thing I did. That's the move.
But the business is bad. It had the white, the hardball. It had the white walls. You could either had the inks down here.
The highball was fire. I couldn't get that. I had to get the biggest.
That was decent too. Like,
that highball was fire.
The highball was super, but the thing was, it kept glitching. Like, the bike could just cut off on me while I'm riding. I'm like, I don't know what that's about. Probably the state of the rectifier, but
do you feel like the Victories are faster than the Harleys? Because my Victory
at the time, yeah.
They were, right?
Because they was the only one pushing out 106s. Like, I had that when the Harleys was still rocking out with the 103s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's like, if you even still look at the Indians, it's like, they have some speed in there, but I think it's so many aftermarket parts and things you can do to a Harley. It's kind of low-key impossible for Indian or a Victory to catch up to it. Yeah. Like, it took me 3 months to find a passenger seat for my Victory. Like, without paying $500 for this little ass seat that I just scoop under there and screw down. I was tight.
If you trying to trick something out, you have to get a Harley.
You gotta get a Harley. And you're gonna save money. I mean, if you got bread, you could trick it out, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But most outlaws riding on a budget. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless you know somebody that knows somebody.
So what got you into the outlaw lifestyle? Or just motorcycle clubs in general?
Well, go back, I'm gonna sidetrack to your question. My first bike was a 1996 Sportster 883.
Okay.
At the time, I was in the military. And technically, that wasn't my bike. but bro was barely there, so I held the keys.
Yeah.
So I was riding around. Shout out Vaughn. Shout out Vaughn, my white boy Vaughn. I don't even know if you still follow me on social media, but I appreciate you. Changed my life, low key. And so I was riding, and then I was stationed in Kansas. I was in the Army. Feel what I'm saying? 12 Bravo Combat Engineer. Well, you feel me? And I was stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas. So in Kansas, it's not really traffic lights. It's more like roundabouts. And the speed limit out there be like 75, 85 miles per hour. So you just thugging it. Like, you feel me? And it's just mostly road and vegetation. You feel what I'm saying? So that right there, especially, you know, the stress of being in the military and the leadership and all that, that ride was what set me off. That ride is what had me like super popping. And I got injured and I had to get out. It medically retired me and shit like that. And in my mind, I was already stated in my head, because I went to the military for my son. Feel me? Get my son a good upbringing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But
you took the real outlaw route too, because you went military where it started from.
And that's the literally piggyback off that. I came here for the camaraderie.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I didn't want to leave the Army. I was pushed out because it was like, bro, we can't really, no, we broke. You feel me? We can, but if you give up on this, you can't spin this block on this. And I'm like, that's something I can't really lose, especially if I hurt myself more, then I really have to rely on myself to take care of myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I had to really just take it on the chin, because in my mind, that was going to be my career.
Yeah.
If I would have stayed in the military, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I wouldn't have these colors on and nothing. So on my way coming out and basically getting out of the military, I was active duty. So I was staying out there. I was living out there. Like, once I actually transitioned out and got rid of my stuff, you know, submitted all my paperwork and stuff like that, in my mind, I'm like, what can I do to replace this? Because this is about 4 years of my life that I've been doing this 365. Like, working out every morning. To this day, I still wake up at the same time, still work out every morning. You feel me? Because it's embedded in me. That's one thing, one of the greatest decisions I ever, besides becoming the Thunderguard and having my son, is joining the military. Yeah. It gave me the opportunity to see that I was in a box.
That's one thing that I regret never doing, but I got a felony too young. I got it around like 18 going into 19, and then I tried to get in the Navy, and they wouldn't allow me because I had a felony. Even came with me to court, everything. Told the judge, just don't give him a felony. Still gave it to me.
Shit.
Yeah, they should have just sent me off. Like,
and that's the funny thing you brought that up, because at the end of the day, before I went in, I had to go through so much shit. Like, I got tattoos, like both my arms. I got sleeves of tattoos on my chest, tattoos on my back, and had to write it all down. I had to do interviews. And on top of that, I had a case that was open. And the only reason why I think that case was like pushed out is because I came there with my recruiter and my paperwork to go to basic training. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, look, I did some bullshit, you feel me? But I'm trying to transition. I'm going to be here for my son, and I don't want my son to view me as a criminal or a guy that's in prison or whatever the case may be. So I decided to go to the military, and the look on his face is like, because mind you, at this time, I'm tatted loose. I'm looking like a gangbanger from around the way, you know what I'm saying? And I come out with that. I knew he didn't expect me to say that. Yeah. He's like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, my recruiter's right here, and I have my paperwork. Here you go, my paper. The deputy came through, got to grab the shit. Went up and gave it to the judge. Case dismissed. Good luck. Nice. Told my shit. That right there changed my life too. Yeah. There's so many things that I feel like directed me to be where I am today. It's like, I'm grateful. Yeah. And I think that's why I'm so optimistic and why I'm so humble, because I'm like, man, I could have went the opposite way. Yeah. And the shit could have went fucking gone. Like,
so what got you into the lifestyle?
The camaraderie.
Who did you know? Like, did you have friends that were like already in the club or like in other clubs?
Alright, so I found out about the MC community in New Jersey towards my last year when I knew I was getting out. Yeah. And the one thing I saw was the New Jersey chapter, TR, and the New Jersey chapter of Outkast come together. And so I don't remember what it was. It was just a while ago. I'm in Kansas viewing this online. Yeah. And one of the kids, I can't remember his name, and I feel bad I can't remember his name right now. My memory sucks. But he got killed at one of our Mother's Day events out there. He was a child. He was a minor. Just go back to what I said before, like losing kids left and right out there. Yeah. He got killed, and those two organizations gathered up money for the parents they bury their child so they wouldn't have to get it.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I'm like, that's the camaraderie I needed. That's the camaraderie. Mind you, I never thought about biking and MC 1%, none of that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I need to know that. I had one guy that was a mutual friend, Muggs, EOS, Enemies of the State. They was under Thunderguards at the time, but they under us now. Well, they with us now. Let me see. I don't like saying under. They with us now.
Yeah.
And I hit him up. I'm like, yo, that's so dope. Like, how can I be a part of that? You feel me? It's like, yo, like when you can come through, I'm gonna chop it up with certain people. Chopped it up at the time, Lou Ra, Capo, you feel me? And a few other, Oz, rest in peace. You feel me? A few other guys from over there. And
shout out to Lou Rock and Capo.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lou Rock, Capo, Solid Rose. And they basically at the end of the day told me, come on, pull up. So I got my ticket together, got on the plane, and I went there on the I had to, in the military you had to do leave. You can't just leave when you want to. You got to sign up for it. So I did the leave. I went there, sat down with the powers that be over there at the time, and they basically was like, yo, if you want to do it, all you got to do is shake my hand. You feel me? I'm like, hell yeah, shake my hand. I already had I drew my patches up and all that. We was Warriors MC at the time. Oh, yeah. So I started my own club. You feel me? Okay. Had a couple chapters, Maryland. I was working on Connecticut, at Pennsylvania. You feel what I'm saying?
What was that like, that beginning part, like starting your own club?
Exhilarating. It was, because it was a breath of fresh air, something I never witnessed before.
Yeah.
I never witnessed riding with a group of people. I was always riding by myself.
Yeah.
The first time I actually seen a group while I was considering it was Rough Riders while I was in Kansas. Because there really wasn't that many clubs that was out there.
Yeah, that's the only club I used to see back in the day.
Yeah, Rough Riders every freaking way. And my thing is, I'm like, it's no disrespect to them, but I'm like, y'all more like a family club. You get what I'm saying? It's not like an outlaw club. And I'm in the military, and I'm what I am, and I walk through their bikes like, nah, bro, you gotta go around. He said on some tough shit, but I understood and I respected it. You feel me? And it made me want it more. And it was like, I'm just gonna chase that shit. Yeah. And it felt like anybody that creates something. The same way I feel when I create music. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like, this is low-key blasphemy, but like God. Because it's like a creation, especially you create something and somebody enjoy it or somebody want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, I know my founders is like, yo, like I would never thought this that happened in this garage would blow up to be this. And I'm pretty sure the founders of any nation will be like, damn, like I can't believe this shit. Like if they could come back now, like the ones who originally started the club, the first founding members, come back and watch their clubs and look and see how big it grows. It's going to blow their mind.
Blow their mind. They would never think it would be that big.
Never. I never even knew my shit would even grow outside of New Jersey. Let alone they have people from Maryland want to put my colors on. Yeah. You feel me? I thought it was the dopest shit ever. Yeah, I think that shit was super fire. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold it.
So you're in the club that you created.
Yeah.
What made you decide to walk away from your own club?
I never actually talked about this public. I bumped heads with the club I was under.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it vague. You feel me? It's pieced up now. I mean, it's grown men now. You feel me? But at the time, it was a situation that erupted that made me realize, damn, you are a one. Yeah, you feel me? And it was a time where that organization was pulling me like, yo, like get rid, like forget them. Come over here with us. You feel what I'm saying? And I was on some shit like, I was considering it, but I just saw things that I wasn't with, and I'm like, one thing I can't do is condone sucker shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the entity as a whole was, but it was certain things that I seen that I wasn't feeling. You feel me? So I kept, I won't even say it's sucker shit, it was just certain things that didn't float my boat.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I know exactly what you mean.
So I was like, I'm cool with where I'm at. You feel me? And then it automatically rolled into something else. And it made me realize, damn, you really took time. I like to low key thank them guys, because it's like, if that ain't never happened, I probably would have still been stuck on, you know what I'm saying, my club or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we bumped heads, whatever the case may be, things transpired. And it made me realize, like, you're not a club. And then I mean, you're not 99 no more. You're a one. You feel me? You might as well start your journey. And I hung around TG for like a year or two before I actually decided to prospect. I mean,
you did it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, Maine used to walk up to me like, hey, I see you hanging around here. What's up? Like, you feel me? I'm like, nah, I'm just, because I felt in my heart that if I made that decision, that's it.
Yeah.
I can't be the one of like, I wasn't. Like certain people that have been in like 4 or 5 clubs. You feel what I'm saying? I can't do that. And then now I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking fucked at this point. Like, I mean, not fucked.
I respect that, bro. You did it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about doing it the right way. I just didn't want to get caught up in some shit again. Like, I had a bad taste from my pride, and I thought this was where I was staying.
Yeah.
So it was like to leave that. It's the same way with the military. I'm thinking I'm staying here, and it was like, oh shit, gotta find something else. But I used that to just replace the military instead of doing my homework. But one thing I learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
You feel me? So with that, when that fell through, and I still ain't even think about doing a club. But I put my bros at the time through the Witcher calls. It's like, are y'all built for what I'm built for? When I realized he wasn't, I shut the club down.
That's a big conversation to have.
Oh, super big. Because in reality, y'all following me. It ain't like, you feel me? Y'all decided that this is what I want to do, but y'all wasn't fully into it at the time as much as I was. Like, I was going to events sometimes alone. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I was usually with the 1%ers, and it would just be me. And only due to the fact I blend in is because my racks at the time was black and white too. Yeah. So I'm just sitting in there with these guys, and I'm with the same shit everybody else is there. And probably I'm with the shit that the ones ain't with. I'm probably with the shit that they ain't with. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I gotta keep forgetting this up here. But ultimately it was definitely something that I had to talk to them about. And then when I realized like y'all not all in, like I distanced myself. But one thing I could say that I did when I created that organization was most of the guys that left my club is 1%ers now.
Oh yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? So I take pride in the fact that I actually, I don't really like talking like this, but I feel like I molded these brothers to be capable to do that. Like, it'd be certain
There's nothing wrong with that.
It is. It ain't, but it is because I know I can't always expect myself out of others. So I know I might say certain things and some people might view it a different way. You know what I mean? So I try to be, like, this is not my first time actually chopping it up in front of a camera, so I try to be politically correct when I speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sugarcoating shit. Yeah. But sometimes people don't want their shit out there, whatever the case may be. So I respect it. You feel me? Because I would want you to do the same thing for me.
Yeah. So you hung around for like a year and a half. What was the point where you said, "Yeah, this is me right here. Like, it's time to make the jump"?
I went to an event. I believe it's called Gun and Ride, and it's just a place where it's nothing but cabins, and then there's like this one big area, like a hangar, I guess. I barely can remember because it was so long ago. But where we had the party at. But every chapter had their cabin. So you had this chapter doing their thing, you had this chapter doing their thing, you had this chapter, you had fucking Jones getting cracked outside in the woodlands and all that shit. It was real, like, I'm looking at this real outlaw shit. Like, there's more things going on out there, but I'm keeping it PG-13.
This is the stuff that I want to hear in interviews. Step your game up, man.
Shit was PG, yo, it was real. Like, and I'm looking like a child because I'm amazed. Like, because it's like, you get an idea of what it is, but to actually be knee deep in it. And I'm walking around. Before I was a rapper, I was a photographer. So I walk around. I had a Canon 70D at the time. Big ass, goofy ass.
That was a good camera, yeah.
I still got it to this day. Most of my videos are shot with that motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Run around, I'm getting pictures of everybody, and I walk in, I come across a bunch of older brothers. Like, top tier brothers, and they canes and all that, but got their colors on. And I'm like, brother, how long you been here for? Oh, it was about 12 years. How you feel about it? I love it. Can't wait for another 12.
Wow. That's deep, bro.
That shit sat in my heart all day till we went to the party. Now, all the bros that I came with, they ragged up, so they going in. No paying, going right past. He stopped me. Hey, wait. Arms up. Pat me down. What's your name? Shon, because my club gave me my name. I tried to give me my name at the top, Jersey. Patterson, New Jersey. Rest in peace to the bunker. What's your name? Shon. You know, any other time it's Prospect. It's Shon. Oh, all right. Well, I tell you this, what? Next time I see, and I'm mad because I can't remember who the fuck this was. Because I want to just look in his face and say, ha, I did it. He said, next time I see your ass, you better be in fucking colors. And from me having that conversation with that old guy, and me sitting there and talking to him, and he don't know me from a can of paint. He just, next time I see you, better have some fucking colors on. Matter of fact, go ahead. Ain't even finished patting me down. I had the joint on me. But I had the lumberjack on, so it's like I'm blending in. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, that was one of the great, that right there was just opened my eyes, was like, I belong here. And I knew I belonged for sure, and I knew it was where I wanted to be at, because when I got my shit, I cried. Like,
Yeah.
Like I
that's
cried.
real.
Like
What was that journey like though, prospecting for a diamond club, you know, with the history that TG has, you know?
TG is it's a concept of know your place. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We ain't about that you doing no dumb shit. We not about one of the things I feel like a lot of bros stand on as far as the nation period is I'm not gonna have you do some shit I wouldn't do.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? If I'm not gonna say go wash my bike. You feel what I'm saying? I mean I can.
Yeah.
But how the fuck I'm gonna disrespect you and then you gonna throw these on and now you're gonna have some type of resentment to me down the line because men, they go home to their mom, they baby moms, their wife, their kids, and they king in their house.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna bring you over here and treat you like a peasant.
Yeah.
Feel me? I do the most far as I knowledge check prospects. You feel what I'm saying? But far as me, mine is a little bit rougher because I felt like my leadership seen something more in me. You feel me? And they usually be like hard, and I think that's it transitions to how I handle the prospects, but I cut it a little bit. Like I can't be as worse than them, but it's mostly like random ass missions in the middle of the night. Where you at? Times when you want to go home, it ain't up to you to go home. Like until like you better not be anything but the last person leaving that event. It's times that bros had to leave, but they property still bartending, and I'm standing there until the property gone. You feel what I'm saying? It built in me that I'm earning my place there, and I feel like when they gave me that patch, it was just like I earned it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I got emotional about it because it's not really easy for a group of black men to accept another black man without anything coming behind it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I thought that was about, like, I broke that because initially, you know, we didn't come in with the one. You had to earn the one. You feel what I'm saying? That's the era that I came in.
Yeah.
I cried when I got my one. Like, it was like, Lo, you a crybaby ass. Like, it's like, bro, like, anything that, if a ain't emotional about this situation right here, like, you're dedicating your life to something. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're not really emotional about that, I'm questioning you. If you're not crying when you get your patches, bro, like you ain't really earned that shit. Like,
what do you think about earning the diamond as opposed to getting fully patched and having the diamond on your cut already? Because I had to earn mine too, and I think it makes you respect every piece. Patch. You know,
that situation is a 50-50 thing. It's on a scale because in our reality, it has that thing where it's like you had to earn it, and what's on your vest, like everything on my vest right now is earned. Like nobody can question what I got on me. Yeah. You feel me? But in the same boat, it creates this entity where the one is more important than your colors. You get what I'm saying? So it's like if what's more important than what's on your back.
You just opened my mind up. Yeah, that's crazy.
Why would I earn something else? I earned the best thing that this glove had to offer.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? But in the same boat, if the person ain't bred the proper way, he'll put this on and his hair to go crazy because he'll see another person with his arm moving a certain way. You feel me? But not knowing this guy had earned this. So he has his reasons and ways of why he's moving the way he moves. But you'll see him doing that with no reason behind your actions. So now you're just looking like a hooligan and you don't know when to cut it on and when to cut it off because now this shit start pumping muscles in your body.
That's a knowledge drop right there. The back, bro. That's what it's all about. It's about the club itself, not the actual thing.
People not dying over diamonds. People dying over their colors. Yeah. You know what I mean? The diamond is just what connects us. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But the one on our back is what separates us. You feel me? So it's certain guys that's around that really don't want to wear the one. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm not about to put this before my club. I'm not about to put this before, you know, and some people don't know how to decipher it. Some people really get stuck on the fact of, I'm a tough guy. Like I said earlier, you got to be a man. Yeah. You got to be a man. Like, that's all you got to be. Like, you can be a family man. You know what I'm saying? But if you see a brother getting beat up, you might can't fight worth a lick. But you jumping in there because at the end of the day, that's your brother. You love him. Sure. One thing, and I love quoting like the different bikers. And one of the quotes that always stuck in my head, this is one of my first quotes that I actually banked. And this came from Capo. Love is gangster. Yeah. You'll do anything for the person you love. A mother will kill somebody for her kids. You get what I'm trying to say? That is the most dopest line ever because it literally says it front and center. Like, if I love you enough, I'm going to go beyond what I'm usually going for. You feel what I'm saying? That's the purpose of the brotherhood. If you really love your brother, you wouldn't want no harm to come to your blood, brother. So if you in this club, you're supposed to have that same mentality. Yeah. Like, I know it's motherfuckers that probably don't like me, motherfuckers that probably envy me. Who cares? If you my brother, if shit hit the fan, I'm holding you down. Yeah. Then it's fuck you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead back to regularly scheduled programming, but I can't play in the gray area.
So I want to ask you a question because it refers to your music, but it lines up the question what I'm gonna ask you after. Is brotherhood like really a real thing? Does it really exist?
Yes, I agree. It does. It definitely exists. But I think what people get it confused at is,
do you have to get lucky to get it?
No, it's people feel like they supposed to get brotherhood from everybody in their organization. It's not the case. You come from a different walk of life. I came from gangbanging. You probably had both parents, but you're still a man at the end of the day. You like to ride. You're not scared to throw your hands. You just have a different upbringing than me. Yeah. So certain things I might view, you might not view. Prime example, I'm pretty sure it was a time period where you had some 1% organization saying we're for Trump. You had some organization saying, nah, we ain't fucking with Trump. Like, you feel me? We want this. You feel me? It's kind of like Trump 2024 type shit now. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it's really on some shit like, you have a different perspective. You feel me? It's going to always be a different perspective. And you got to just basically put yourself, not in categories per se, but put yourself in a situation where you're comfortable around the people you with. Yeah. Now, brotherhood, it's different levels of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones you go out to anniversaries with, ones you take runs with, and it's the ones you invite to your house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to see where you fit in there. Like, one thing I was taught when I was coming up was, you can't expect yourself out of others. Yeah. You can't expect yourself out of others. The things that I do, you won't do. I know if you smack my mother, I might shoot you in your head. Next man must, come on, man, why would you do that? Yeah. Come on, man. It's a different type of mindset. You feel me? You can't knock that person for how they raised. And when you try to force somebody to be that, you basically create a co-defendant. Like, you making this guy do something he don't want to do, and then when he get caught up in it, he can't stand on business because you put him in a situation he ain't belong.
So tell me about your journey becoming a nomad, and also some of the knowledge that we talked about the drifter, the difference between a nomad and a drifter.
The journey far is basically, at the end of the day, I believe being a member for the nation and not a member for a chapter. You feel me? And it was, in my perspective, it was like, when I did my drifter run, I met so many brothers. You feel me? I had brothers that let me sleep in their crib with their wives, their kids, their dog, the fridge open to me, cook for me, feed me, show me around the neighborhood, teach me the lingo. How can I come back home and then get that man my back? Me being a nomad, for me, solidified that I belong to everybody. I don't belong to just New Jersey, or I don't just belong to a state. After going drifter, I didn't even consider myself a local member because it was like I really was home.
So for the people that don't know, what is a drifter?
A drifter is a Thunderguard, first and foremost, that basically makes it from one coast to another and back on his Harley Davidson motorcycle, with his colors on.
So what is a nomad to you?
A brother with no home. He belonged everywhere. He belonged to everyone.
What do you think about the perception of a 1%er's old lady? This, because a lot of females that are not in the culture, they feel that property of is like treating a woman like a dog. Mm-hmm. Let them know what a 1%er old lady is to you.
A queen. A fucking queen. You hear me? You know how many properties hold me down just on the strength of I'm their brother? Some of these properties love this shit probably more than the brothers involved. You feel me? Like, they are our nurturers. Feel me? They are our nurses and often our teachers. You feel me? They are there to hold us up when the world beating us the down. Yeah. You feel me? And it's not, a property is not just your old lady. Property is your kid. You feel me? A property is your mother. That's your property. That way, if that person is in this establishment, if they with this person, they already know the consequences that's going to come after it. But them knowing them consequences, they're not even going to take that step. You feel what I mean? It's that property is, for them to wear that, it's a barrier to know this person is protected. That's basically what it is. But me in a generation now where it's so much of the independent woman vibe, and there's nothing wrong with a woman being independent. You know, most of the females I know, like moms, is single moms. You feel me? And strong women. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bros that was raised by single moms. Like, you feel me? So it's not a concept of this is my property. She can't do this. She can't do that. I know some properties that are more powerful than the men you know. Yeah. And not even just in the MC community, just as a human being, like as a person around or connected to society. You feel me? Yeah. Properties are I want to say the backbone, but I would just say properties is definitely a major support system.
What do you say to, this is a huge topic on the internet, I don't know why, but what do you say about, like, you riding with the pack and then a bike comes by and just swerves flying past the pack? You know, passing motorcycle clubs, a lot of people feel like it's an open road. Who owns it? Nobody owns the road. Why do you have a say-so? What do you feel about that saying that, like, you know, passing 1%ers or motorcycle clubs, you know, people feeling like they could just fly past the pack?
It's a respect thing. Anything dealing with the MC culture is about respect. You feel me? So if you are on a motorcycle, you should already have this knowledge. You feel me? It's not the concept that somebody owns in anything. You feel me? Like, could be a guy on a sports bike. It's a pack of motorcycle guys there, and a road captain might want to come out. You feel what I'm saying? And block the lane so the pack can move over to take the next exit. Yeah. This fucking dumb fuck comes up the damn lane and run into him. Now we got an accident. Yeah. Because you don't know how this organization operates. You don't know how this organization moves. You feel what I'm trying to say? So you're trying to go past this person, and this person not even knowing you're there, and you 9 out of 10 you on a sports bike, you think you could just boom and get right past it. And he comes out, and while he coming out, you running past. Crash.
And a crash in our culture could be a whole pack going down and multiple people losing their life.
But in the same boat, if everybody, this is the rebuttal of that. If you're running your pack, how you supposed to be running your pack, you don't have that situation happen.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because in our reality, you're supposed to have somebody on the side of your fucking pack to make sure that doesn't happen. That's what your road captain is for. Yeah. That's what your tail gunner is for. Is to make sure nobody does that. So if a person is able to do that, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because now you just leaves anybody to come up beside you, shoot your president in the head. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you leave an opportunity. It's the same way if you're riding in a pack and you got gaps in the pack. And then a car comes into the pack. That ain't that car's fault. You let that motherfucker, I mean, is he a dumb for doing it? Yeah. You feel me? But in the same boat, you literally put yourself in that position where you let them be able to get in there. Like, if you got a tight pack, nobody's going to try to ease in a tight pack. Yeah. If you have somebody in that lane that's blocking, one in the front, one in the middle, one in the back, ain't nobody about to try to ease in there. And if somebody do ease into that first level, that's your job to say, hey, get your ass back there. Yeah. But if somebody's in that lane next to the pack, nobody can zoom up on them. You feel what I'm saying?
So let's talk about the music. When I was seeing the videos, I seen a genuine support in the video from the club, you know, and you could tell when it's genuine and when it's fake. And I could see you had so much support doing the music. Like, what's the vibe with that? Like, how is it? Like, how did you create that vibe between the brothers to, like, you know, do the music and they be so supportive of it? Like that, to jump in the videos and all that. Because I know bros in clubs that they'll tell them, yo, you can't wear your cut. Mm-hmm. We can't be in it with you. You know, like, so you got real support.
Once upon a time, it was like that, like blockout patches and stuff like that. Yeah. But, I mean, after the Outlaw video, it was like, what can you really block out that's not already, that's out there already? Yeah. You feel me? I mean, you could damn near get a set of rags off of what was that, wish.com? Yeah. You feel me? So it's like, it ain't nothing really hitting no more. You feel me? So the support really is just come from the top. And it just trickle on down like the top. Before I do anything, I make sure I'm in the right light with the powers that be before I do anything. Because at the end of the day, whatever I do reflect them and vice versa.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when I actually get the okay from them, whatever the case may be, it's mainly on the strength of they believe in what I'm doing, they believe in what I'm achieving. It's like, well, I stop a train that's already going. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like, it's not really, I need a stamp of approval, but my main goal of what I do is to make sure I'm going in the direction that everybody want to go. Like, you feel me? I don't, I want to do this, so this is what I'm going to do. There's a lot of shit that I don't really want to do, but it's whatever the direction. And that's what a lot of people f up at. Like, people want to do what they want to do and not think about the overall, like every other brother that pay their dues and ride their motherfucking bike up and down the goddamn road. Never take accountability for like this. I mean, not accountability, but never take basically note of what the little people want. Like, you feel me? The ones that creates the body. You feel me? So I make sure everybody, not just the top, but the top always got to check off for it for me. You feel me? But make sure everybody relate to it. And if everybody relate, everybody gonna have a good time when it comes to me actually shooting the video. You feel me? Because it's like, this is what we want. Like, I could go certain places. Niggas like, yo, we shooting a video today? Like, what song we shooting? I ain't got no music out. But in the same boat, the support mainly comes off of just positive energy. You feel me? Like, even when we just talking about earlier, it's like, yo, it's like, vibe is chill. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it ain't really no extra shit and you just being you. You feel me? It comes natural when you actually not trying so hard. You have these guys that doing 50 million motherfucking things and can't get two steps in front of them because they in their own way. You know what I mean?
How was it collabing with the brother from Outkast? How was the
pipeline? That was that trip down there was dope as all right.
Where'd you shoot it at? Was Florida?
Daytona, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. And I feel like I got shot some of it in Maryland, Aberdeen, Maryland. Shout out to them brothers out there, my bro nephew. Newcastle, Delaware. Shout out my brother Zilla. You know what I'm saying? My name Tree Ball. You feel what I'm saying?
What was the vibe like? Was it weird to collab with those other clubs that were there? Or did it just bring everybody together?
That shit was... A lot of... If you notice the video, a lot of people didn't have colors on. I have like background footage of what was going on, and you would not know that these guys were in different clubs. Yeah, like the interaction is so crazy, and if you know the history of all interactions that's there, they're not supposed to fuck with each other, and you just watch that room, you would not know these niggas was this group right here is TG Wills and Outkast. This right here is Chosen Wills and TG. This one, and you just sit here and you look, and they smile and they giving jokes, they laughing. We got a clip where we cheersing. You feel me? Like, we throwing up our cups and shit. You feel me? And they know what they're here for. It ain't like we popped up there and we like go shoot a video. We're telling you this is what we're coming here to do. Yeah. So you automatically come in to support it because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people realize, bro, niggas tired of the bullshit. We want to enjoy it again. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? All that other shit that niggas is doing is getting in the way of actually enjoying the reason why we doing it in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if your shit come with a 401k, you feel me? You getting dental, you getting health benefits. Go with the program, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But if you contributing more than you're receiving, you feel what I'm saying? We get enjoyment from it. You feel what I'm saying? You spend money on motherfucking porn, nigga. You get, something out of it. You feel what I'm saying? You get what you put into it. And a lot of people can't really put nothing into it because they got to stay in this little box. You feel me? But that situation down there just opened my eyes even more. Like I've been in situations by myself, alone on the road, but actually going down there and seeing how all these guys was interacting with each other and seeing that it was like, it's always the concept that, black men can't get together, this and the third, we can't unify. Last time we unified was the Panthers, et cetera, et cetera. And you see a bunch of people that's supposed to be sworn enemies, you feel me, literally breaking bread. Like, that's beyond biker shit to me. Like, that's literally on some straight, like, I'm proud of what I am and who I am type shit. All club shit to the side. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's doing more harm with the beefing than it was helping. Yeah. And the peace that we are accumulating seems like it's way better now than it was. Because I feel like it happened before, but it feel like it's more genuine now because the body is interacting with each other. It's not the top interacting. It's the body interacting. And this shit, at this point, is across fucking country. And it's spreading. And it's to a point where you got to be a fucking fool to literally go against it. Now it's like, what is your motive of why you don't want this to happen?
Yeah.
You feel me? And 9 out of 10, if you're a smart nigga, you know, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
But that's another story for another time.
So what's the plans for the future? You gonna be doing more music with other club members? You got anything cooking?
I'm always open for more music. I'm always open to more music. I'm pipeline. Like, get back to that topic. That man showed me how to ride a f***ing horse.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like, he took me to his spot.
Like an actual horse?
A f***ing horse. Like a horse, bro. Like type shit. Like, nigga, I'm from the city. Nigga, like, I ain't off that time. I ain't never rode a horse in my life. I only horse I seen was the ones police ride or the shit that be at the circus that leave them big ass piles of shit. They don't do that.
That was in Florida?
Nah, I was in Florida. And I'm just riding that bitch. And he got this big ass land. I'm riding this bitch around this motherfucker. Like,
wow.
And after that, him and his wife made me and my big homie. He not even on the motorcycle side. This is the nigga who jumped me in. You know, this is my bro brought me out of the stuff. Like, you feel me? Made a seafood boys, bro. This is supposed to be a sworn enemy, and he got me in his house with his property, and they made me a seafood boy, and we had the greatest time ever, bro.
That's dope.
We laughed, we joked, like you would have sworn. This is my first time meeting him in person.
Oh.
Let's make sure this is understood. I didn't have no relationship. The creation of our relationship was basically a brother reached out to him to get my number because he wanted to do music. Now, in my mind at the time, nobody want to fuck with it because everybody scared to cross that line.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? That line was bold as fuck. It wasn't blurred as it is now. For niggas, like, you cross that line, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Feel me? He reached out, hit me up, like, yo, like, yeah, we need to do something. Like, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, give me like 2 days. I think it was like 2-3 days. And I'm like, I was holding it because I was going to use diamond holder for myself. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, I'm like, it makes more sense to have more than one diamond on this song. So it's a multiple perspective. I said, yo, send me an email address. Send me the email. He sent me the email. I sent that shit back to him. And he hit me back within like 5 minutes. I was like, yo, this shit's fire, bro. Because I already recorded it already. Oh, yeah. I just had the second verse open because I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Yeah. Send that shit to him. It's like, yo, this shit fire, bro. This the one right here. Like, this the one. Yeah. And we recorded it. And it was certain ones got wind that we was doing it, and it was already motherfuckers trying to stop it at first. Oh, yeah. You feel me? Niggas ain't really wanted to go. But then it was like, all right, we gonna keep it quiet. Then some shit happened where niggas wanna fuck with each other. It got real a little bit, so everybody spread. And it was like, this is the bad time to drop this fucking song. Like, we can't drop the song now. Like, it ain't gonna hit how it's supposed to fucking hit. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, I'm like, yo, we gotta fucking literally get all this shit lined up. We gotta shoot a video for this motherfucker. Release, so when things do clear the fuck up, we have everything ready and we can just, push it. But then when I went down there, the whole video, like the video that you see was not the video it was supposed to be. Yeah. A lot of things had to get taken out. We couldn't be at certain clubhouses. You know what I'm saying? Colors was exempt, like, you feel what I'm saying? Certain, like me, nobody might tell me I can't wear my shit. Like, I'm gonna die with my shit on. So, and not to mention, I have a support system where it was like, do your thing, bro. Like, cause I haven't really missed when it comes to, like, you feel me? I deliver, but I stay in my lane when I deliver. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't never like to overstep because at the end of the day, I don't like my toes stepped on, so I don't want to step on nobody else's toes. Yeah. You feel me? So it was a lot. That video, we shot that in the beginning of this year. And it got to a point where I was like, look, only reason why I ain't putting out is because that's my man. And he Outcast member, Pipeline. Yeah. So this is my man. I don't want to get him in no trouble. But at the end of the day, I'm going to put this motherfucker out. So either y'all going to iron this shit the fuck out and go with the flow of it or whatever, or like type shit. I'm trying to say it. I'm trying to be like literally politically correct, like I said earlier, but in the same boat, that was how I was feeling because it's like, this is something we created. It ain't like me saying no shit like, doing throwing them on the side. We literally talking about unity. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, how can you hate on unity? Yeah. How? Like, the man literally says it in the song. Like, you gonna be mad at this. Yeah. You must be a fool if you don't like this shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it makes me question, what is your motive of not liking it? Yeah. Man, we went months after months. It's like, man, it was fawns being thrown around. I'm hearing and shit like that. It was so much weird shit behind closed doors. But it was weird that once I put it out like, yo, dropping the shit, man, because I told them Like, yo, they told me it was cool. Like, you heard the song, got the point. You feel me? What I'm saying? It was like, I understand it now. You feel me? I don't know what was the process of him getting it or why he wasn't understanding it before. I can't speak for that. But I know at the end of the day, once I delivered it, he was like, yo, that shit a bop. It's all right. I f with it. And it was like, all right, do y'all thing. But it was still, can't wear no rags in that bitch. Can't be in nobody's clubhouse. And I respect it because at the end of the day, I understand what it is. And like I said, I know what I signed up for.
When I first seen that video, I was like, people don't even understand
what
that man had to go through to make that video push through.
Man, bro. You gotta, like I tell you before, it's like a lot of hurt on both sides. So of course I'm getting a little backlash from where I'm at. Yeah. And it wasn't like really bad, like it's just like, man, wow. But I've been in a situation where I know other people who complain and ain't. Like I've been involved. Let's just say that. You feel what I'm saying? And it was like, if I could put my feelings to the side, why the fuck you can't? Some of you didn't even cross the paths of these people. You feel what I'm saying? So how can you speak on this level? You feel what I'm saying? Of opposition where you never played a part. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And as not to belittle nobody or whatever the case may be, but it's just like I was taught to stay in my lane. The things that I know I speak of. If I don't know none of it, I don't know what to tell you. You feel me? But you got these guys that don't know what the fuck they talking about and they speak on things. And that's usually why we probably is in the situation we is in today. Don't quote me on that. You feel me? I'm not the historian to come to that, but I don't like where we was at. And I felt like it could be nothing wrong with giving out positive, a positive output. You feel me? Or a positive input. You feel what I'm saying? On what's going on today. And from my knowledge, from what's been going on since we released it, it's been nothing but positivity. Like I haven't seen nothing negative come from that at all.
So tell the people where they can find it, all your plugs and all that.
Man, you can find my music on YouTube, anything that's a streaming platform, bro. Like Instagram, Shon24_7. I don't really do Instagram. I mean, not Instagram. I don't really do Twitter. Or was it X now? That's what it's called?
X now, yeah.
That guy's weird. I don't do that much. My music is Shon, TAA _SHON. You type that anywhere, it's just gonna pop up.
And your YouTube is Shon too, right?
Yeah, it's Shon too.
My brother, I appreciate you for sitting down with me. Legendary.
Love, man.